Once I cut it, there was no turning back. I will give you the backstory on each of my room's transformation. So we are starting.
Hi, everybody.
Today
Thanks
with
so
part
much for
one,
being
the
here. I am
bedroom.
so excited about this series and I appreciate you being here. So, just to give you a color perspective, in my apartment, I had every wall two-tone painted, these two colors here. And don't ask me why. I have no idea. I later regretted it because it made it feel so cave-like. But I just wanted to give you a color perspective of all the walls in my apartment. Let's get started. So I saw this mural on a magazine and the wall coloring was very similar to mine. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. I can do this. So I wanted to do this. It looks like a cherry blossom mural on the wall. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. So I looked around for decals and stencil and all of this kind of stuff to do that. And I could not find anything. And so I said, oh gosh, I'm going to have to freehand this. So as you can see, I had that inspo picture taped up on my wall and I got started. So I just lightly did some pencil marks, across the back of the wall, branches and things like that. And then I started painting all the branches across the wall. I tried to make them as natural looking as possible and not so much, perfect. So as you can see, I got it all the way across the wall. Why I didn't take down my curtains and window treatment, I do not know. Don't ask. So I got all the branches up and now I'm going to start to do the blossoms. And the way I did that is I just got sponges and cut them in circles. And these are like a dark blue and white, and then just like little tiny white marks to make them look as close to like a cherry blossom as possible. I mean, I was pretty happy with that look. I lived with this for, a long time. I don't know, 4 or 5 years maybe. Decor can create such a domino effect when you're working on a space. For me, it was the bedroom. Once I finished that mural on my bedroom wall, I was looking, what's next. And so I had these two pieces that I bought in 2002, this beautiful dresser and my sleigh bed. They were so gigantic, though. My room's 11 and a half by 11 and a half, and they just dominated the space. I put these beautiful acrylic knobs that I got from Home Depot on my dresser, just to kind of change the look a little bit. And I was trying it out in this picture, but the real issue was the size of these pieces in my room. And I knew the next thing to tackle was my bed. Ah, my sleigh bed, my beautiful sleigh bed, the bane of my bedroom existence. Oh, so when I moved into this apartment, the movers dropped my bed frame, the footboard part of it, and dislodged the heavy metal little inset part there, and you cannot put that back in. So I lived with that freaking gap forever, and I absolutely hated it. My love-hate relationship gauge was at an all-time high with this bedroom. I was trying to figure out anything to do. I bought some oops paint. I painted the bed frame and the dresser, spray painted the inset part a metallic silver. That's what the footboard is supposed to look like. I gave this bedroom every opportunity. I was kind of reaching my boiling point. I painted the dresser and did the little silver metallic inset part of the dresser kind of to match the the bed and everything. And I was super happy with it. I know people are probably going to say, "Oh my gosh, she painted wood." I know. It's like the curse of death or something when you do that. But you can always stand it off because it's real wood and everything like that. But I was super happy with this look, and like I said, I lived with this look for a while. So, anyways, I'm watching one of my favorite creatives, Drew from Lone Fox. In this episode, he is decorating a friend's entryway. And in this episode, he creates, I think he DIY'd a mirror. And he spray paints it gold. He adds these really beautiful appliques on it, one at the top and then two in the bottom corners, right and left corners. But he did it using clay. And I was like, that's interesting. Okay. So he does them in a molding, spray paints them gold or paints them gold, really pretty, and adheres them to the frame. And I started thinking, oh my God, clay. Yes, clay. Yes, clay was going to save my bed. Oh my gosh. I mean, and this is, it hardens and everything. Clay. So I was just going to do a little larger version of what he did on the mirror frame. So it's like I'm going to replicate this vine design from my headboard to my footboard and save my bed. Oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? So I bought this clay. And voila, I I tried to recreate, the vines and leaves and everything from my headboard to my footboard. And this is what I came out with. And then I spray painted it, hardened and everything, of course. And then I spray painted it silver. And this is what I came up with. I mean, if you look at it for a quick second, it's fine. Don't stare at it, of course. Don't stare at it, my God. But I was so happy to have that empty gap filled in. Oh my gosh. Drew, you are a lifesaver. Thank you so much for your videos. Yeah, this is what I ended up doing. Okay, so, and again, I lived with that look for, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. And then one day I was watching one of my favorite shows, Medium. And the couple, they were in bed and they had the exact same headboard. And I was like, oh my God, what year is this show? My bed is so freaking old. I've got to get rid of it. I've got to get rid of it. That was really my cue that I had to do something about the bed. I was really hating it anyways because of the size, and I was masking it with all these things, painting it and redoing the footboard and everything. But I was really masking the bigger problem, which was the size. Oh, ho, ho, Donna, not so fast. Okay, so I'm going to give it another shot. So I thought, you know what? Maybe if I put fabric on the headboard, footboard, it will really modernize it even more. So I bought fabric. I thought I wanted to do something tufted. I bought some fabric and decided to make slip covers to go over the headboard and the footboard. And yeah, it actually came out great. Sure, I was super happy with the end results, but again, it's another mask for the bigger problem. The big bed frame was dominating the room. I think also something else. I mean, I am my mother's daughter. I could not justify paying for another bed frame when I had a decent bed frame. But, I've had that bed frame since 2002. And, it was 2023 or 2021 or whatever. And so now it's almost like what? Like 20 years. So I felt like, yes, I deserve to have a new bed frame, even though this was so pretty. But I had to do it. I had to. I did. I did breathe life into it one more time. This was it. This was the last shot. Once I cut it, there was no turning back. I cut the footboard down. I needed to give it more of a low profile. And I thought, this is it. So I cut that sucker off. And at this point, I kind of knew it was the beginning of the end for this bed frame. So it really didn't matter what I did to it. And once I put the slipcover back on, it looked great. It felt better. I liked the low profile of the footboard, and it just made the room feel a little larger. I felt like I could really breathe a little more. And then also, as you can see, I also painted over my beautiful cherry blossom mural. It was time. It's a domino effect. When you do one thing, you've got to start another. And so this was how everything looked before I ended up getting a new bed frame. Yeah, so as I said, I ended up painting my wall, and I wanted to do, isn't it funny how you have a vision of something and then you try to do it, and it just doesn't come out quite that way. But anyways, my thought process was doing a graduated color scheme. So I wanted to start out with the bottom being a dark gray, and then have it wash into a faded kind of gray into a solid white. And so that was my vision for this wall. I tried to really have the colors, I don't know the terminology, but just have them kind of flow into one another, so it wasn't, that line wasn't so evident there. And what I did was I painted, and then I would spray water and then use the brush and try to brush that darker color into the lighter color until it faded up to white. But anyways, this is what I did with my walls, and it was all gray. And then, I don't know why, but I was like, okay, everything's gray. So I did gray curtains. Of course, I had my gray dresser. I did a gray mirror. Everything was gray. It's just the back wall was the accent wall. Everything else was white. But I don't know why everything was gray. Eesh. God, oh my God, you guys, I did it. I did it. I said goodbye to my sleigh bed, and I got a new bed. Ordered this on Amazon. I really like it because it's super duper low profile, not a big fuss. I do like that headboard, really cute. And there's still room that I can put the storage containers that I had under my previous bed, under this bed. That was important, the height that I can get those containers under the bed. So once I finished with the bed frame and I was fine with that, I knew I had to move on to my nightstands. I was using these adorable little metal tables. They're outdoor tables that I got from IKEA as my nightstands. They had absolutely no storage, and but they went through different changes as well. So they started out black. Then when my room went gray, I spray painted them yellow. And then when I changed the whole design, I went back to black, and then I put on a faux marble contact paper as the top. And this was the last look for these cute little tables. I knew I needed something with substance. Since I had room now, I wanted something with substance. I was only going to get one nightstand. And so I had an inspo picture, and yeah, I knew I wanted it in black as well. And I knew I wanted drawers on top, and then bottom where I can put storage or some baskets. And so I was on the hunt. So I also wanted it to have some type of texture, ribbing or reading as it's also known on there, and of course in black. So I was looking for that as well. Of course, I looked online at all different sources and all different companies and Amazon and all of that stuff. And you see what you're looking for, but you really just don't want to pay that price, to be honest. And so I just continued to search, and ended up walking into Home Goods. And walked into Home Goods, and I saw this beauty. And not only was she perfect, She was on clearance. Thank you very much. And I'm not sure if there was anything wrong with it. I still haven't found anything wrong with it, but it was perfect. I snatched it up and brought her home. I know you're saying, but Donna, it's not black. That's the thing about, you know, drawing outside the lines, thinking outside the box. It doesn't matter because guess what? I can paint it black. Hello. It's like when I watch House Hunters. I'm going to deviate for a second. You watch House Hunter and you hear these people say, yeah, but the carpet, oh, no, but the wall color. Guess what? You can change those things. You're missing out on so much. You know, if you're just looking at surface stuff. Oh, that just bugs me. Anyways, I'm let me get back on track. I know. Again, you're saying, but Donna, it's not black. Donna, it doesn't have the ribbing that you're looking for, not like your inspo picture. I know, and that's okay. And that's the beauty of being able to DIY, or like I said, think outside the box. You can do those things, you know? So, and that's exactly what I did. I got some hobby stick from Home Depot, came home, cut them down to size, spaced them out. This is just kind of laying it on there to see what it's going to look at like, but I actually measured and everything and glued them on and painted it. And I am so happy with the end result. Okay, so I'm super happy with the end results on this nightstand. It worked out perfect. I love that dark contrast against the light wallpaper that I had, and it just worked out perfect, and it differentiated between my bed and the nightstand. I liked it. So that was all done, and now I had to move on to my dresser. What was I going to do with my dresser? Initially I thought I was going to paint this black, but then once I did my nightstand, I was like, I don't want these two big black pieces. Not that the nightstand was super big, but I didn't want these two bold colors, matchy in the bedroom. I had an inspo picture of what I thought I was going to do with my nightstand. But the more I thought about it, I decided to veto that idea and go in a whole different direction. So I happened upon this beautiful color. It's called Preferred Pecan. It's by Glidden, and it is just beautiful. I found this color and I said, yeah, that's it, because it also kind of tied into my wallpaper, the accent wall. And I thought it would complement that, and it would complement my headboard. So I opted for this color. And my gosh, why I did not film this, I don't know. But I drug my dresser outside. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways, I got this big heaping thing outside, spray painted her, and look at her in all her beautiful glory. I'm so proud of her. So this wallpaper, as pretty as it is, was one of my trial and error mistakes. It had these X's, kind of gold X's, but the problem is it blended too closely with my headboard, so it just whitewashed the whole thing. It didn't sit out or anything. So I knew I had to change it. It was just didn't work. It looked good with my dresser, the new color, but it really didn't go with the bed. I really wanted something to pop and really kind of fill the room. And that's when I found this beautiful wallpaper, pill and stick wallpaper on Amazon. And I absolutely love it. It did everything I wanted it to do. You can really see the headboard. And it, like I said, it fills the room without making it feel claustrophobic. And the print colors also pick up my dresser, the Preferred Pecan color. It really, really worked out perfectly. I had enough left, and I actually did the wall facing my bed. Okay, we're in the home stretch. You guys, thank you so much for sticking it out with me today. I really, really appreciate your time and watch time for sure. So my bedroom closet, small. It's a 1950s apartment. It's super small. This closet, that rung was holding on for dear life. You can see the dip in it. Oh my gosh. But I was running out of space. And from where it was hanging, I had so much space up above. I'm 5'4", and I was almost looking eye to eye with my top shelf. It was crazy. I had so much wasted space. So I took everything out of my closet, threw it on the bed, started sorting through my clothes. And this is where you got to get tough and get real with yourself. Am I ever going to get in that again? No, I am not going to. Nothing's going to change with my body in 6 months. It's just not. So I had to really get real on stuff that I could wear and I couldn't wear. So I did some sorting and threw away some things, donated some things, and just made space. So now what I did was I was able to create 2 rungs. I moved the shelf up, and I had 13 inches at the very top, and I was able to create 2 rungs, the top for, tops and dresses, and the bottom for all my pants. Amazing, all the space I had in that closet. So easy to do. And I bought a little rolling cart that usually goes under your bed, but I used it for my shoes. Fit perfect. I actually bought 2 of those. Put my shoes in there, and I bought these slim hangers. That's kind of the key. You buy those slim hangers and you can fit a lot in your closet. I like to hang my stuff color coordinated. I don't know about you, but I do it color coordinated, and it makes everything so much easier. So, and don't forget, friends, don't forget that door space. I use that to hang my shoes on, my flat shoes, because I don't really wear heels, but I'm taking up that door space, and that's valuable real estate right there. So don't forget about that. Oh my gosh, you guys, we did it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate your time. We toured my bedroom. I gave you all the deets behind the scene of all the decorating, my dresser, my bed, my walls, everything. So next time, make sure you hit that notification bell, because the next one is going to be part 2, and that's going to be my dining room. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I so appreciate your time. This is Donna Sam. Be well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.